With the growth of the $50+ billion carrier Ethernet services market, interconnection between service providers and operators is essential. Carrier Ethernet is accelerating the availability of cloud services, high-speed backhaul on cell towers, and the Internet of Things. The Ethernet Interconnect Points, or EIP project, brings together service providers to agree on the use of the MEF standards in a framework that allows them to interconnect their carrier Ethernet services quickly. Together, the Ethernet service providers are developing highly useful implementation guidelines for the global Ethernet service provider community. The implementation guideline is being developed and is regularly validated using a rapid prototyping environment.
We're at a pivotal time in the telecommunications industry as we begin to shut down our TDM services and create a new Ethernet fabric to cover the globe.
EIP project covers all aspects of Ethernet interconnection. This includes all of the requirements necessary to provide customers with an assured, agile, orchestrated Ethernet end-to-end service across multiple providers.
AT&T is in the beginning stages of this process, and we're moving quickly to transition to an all Ethernet and IP network. We realized very early on that we needed partnerships with other organizations such as the MEF and some of our peers to make sure that we covered the country with this new fabric.
We are proud to be part of the EIP project, a coordinated, collaborated effort amongst our peers that will ensure less complexities for our customers.
The increasing demand for carrier Ethernet services is driving the need for interoperability. The EIP project will facilitate the continued adoption of MEF specifications. This will lead to faster delivery of carrier Ethernet services to both rural and urban markets, supporting commerce at a local, regional, national, and global level.
Our goal is simple: create an implementation guideline that the industry can use. And this guideline is going to be using information gained right here at the University of New Hampshire.
To accelerate the completion of the implementation guideline, an agile development approach has been adopted using a rapid prototyping environment.
As a member of the MEF, the IOL is pleased to provide its capabilities on the EIP project using an innovative rapid prototyping approach.
The developers of the EIP guidelines are assessing the different draft sections of their work using test cases developed by the group over a Carrier Ethernet 2.0 test setup hosted at the UNH IOL. The extensive testing is meant to identify potential issues resulting from using the MEF specification in a multi-carrier environment and to provide rapid feedback to the EIP group to fine-tune the latest versions of the guidelines.
It's going to help us document the pitfalls that we encountered, but most importantly, how we overcame them. We're going to publish these results in the guideline that the rest of the industry will take advantage of. This guideline will be pulling from over 50 MEF specifications and detail things such as external network-to-network interface, physical location, and even lifecycle service orchestration.
Through EIP implementation guidelines, we're helping service providers ensure intervals through a proven model demonstrating interoperability success.
For Verizon, this project is critical. It enables the Ethernet market to massively scale, replace existing TDM networks, and provide mobile services, the Internet of Things, as well as cloud services.
The EIP project is the first MEF project to use this groundbreaking rapid prototyping approach.
The EIP project will increase the velocity of the transformation of current multi-operator legacy services into next-generation carrier Ethernet services.
Both our wireline and wireless services will take advantage of these new Ethernet capabilities. And the answer to getting commonality and creating this new fabric is standardization.
At the end of the day, it's all about reducing barriers for interconnecting our networks, and this can't be done without aligning on the MEF specifications.
Ultimately, this project will assist in speeding the adoption of CE 2.0.
So what's next for the Ethernet Interconnect Points project? Right now we're in phase 1, where we're actively working on the creation of these implementation guidelines, which we hope to have published around the first quarter of 2016. Then we're going to move on to phase 2. In phase 2, we're going to introduce more use cases built upon more complexity. After we prove this out, we'll then add them to the implementation guideline and therefore give more relevance to operators who have more complex networks. Then we're going to move into phase 3. And phase 3 is going to focus on what the MEF calls LSO, or Lifecycle Services Orchestration. That's going to pull from the work of what's going on in MEF 50 right now. This will help us bring multi-carrier automation to the globe. So all of us in the EIP project invite you, the service providers and operators globally, who will play a big part in this transition, to join us in creating this agile, assured, and orchestrated services of the future.
The EIP project relies on the generosity and commitment of MEF member companies who have supplied MEF certified products for use at the project's external interfaces, including Acedian, Alcatel-Lucent, Ciena, Cisco, Canoga Perkins, Juniper Networks, RAD, test equipment utilized in the rapid prototyping test environment, Varix Technologies, and UNH IOL for hosting and managing the rapid prototyping. For more information on the EIP project, visit www.mef.net/EIP project. Thank you to all our EIP project participants.